Hey guys.
Alright guys, we're here today to do one of the videos that finish in top spot on our Patreon poll of the week. None other than Burning Witches, where their new video, new song, new single, The Witch of the North. There can only be one witch, and that is of the North. I mean, I don't picture a witch from the South, like a Brazilian witch, you know, with a two-piece bikini, perhaps a thong. You know what I mean? Like walking on the beaches of Ipanema.
Yeah, participating in Carnival. You can
exactly. Like, you know, like doing some samba and then at the same time putting some potions together. For some reason, that's not an image that comes to my mind.
No, whenever I think of a witch, I'll always think of, and Witch of the North in this one, I'll always think of someone with like bear skin on them and like wolves at their side and it's all snowy.
Snowy and cold wind, and they live in a cabin in the middle of the woods. And they have like a weird voice, like like something like that.
Yeah, I mean that's more cartoony witches. I feel like the Witch of the
cartoony witches. I think like when I
feel like Witch of the North would just be like, I don't know, like the sexy witch, you know.
But of the North.
But of the North.
So under those bear skins, she would be butt naked. Wow, that's a thought. This could be a Netflix special if I have ever seen one. I would totally be down with that.
I don't think Netflix is the right
No, I was thinking
provider.
I was thinking of maybe Crave. Maybe Crave. I mean, the name sounds a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because everybody would be craving that sort of a show. So let's maybe go with Crave. All right, so you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. That's exactly how I picture the Witch of the North.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Very
like
Viking
Yeah, like
type.
totally read my mind. That's exactly how I picture. Now, before we get started on this, I want to get your take on it. I just want to say it was kind of cool to see that Skeletor made a little bit of an appearance, and then it was Skeletor versus Skeletor.
Yeah.
It was one of those episodes where there's two Skeletors and you don't know which one is the real Skeletor, and they're fighting against each other. That was really cool.
I always knew Skeletor with the cooler shield was gonna win.
Well, because he had the cooler shield.
Exactly. The other one was more of a bland Skeletor.
Yeah, it was more like of a replica Skeletor. Like one was the Chinese knockoff Skeletor, and the other one was the real one made by Mattel. I think that's kind of how you can approach it. And the Witch of the North kind of reminded me of the sorcerer from Castle Grayskull. This whole video has a lot of He-Man in it, I must say, which is not a bad thing. I mean, growing up, a huge fan of He-Man.
You know, after we were talking about the Witch of the North before we clicked on the video, you know who else came to my mind? The girl that Uhtred drowned in Last Kingdom. Remember, she was a witch too. I think she was a witch, or she was a sorcerer. One of the two.
Well, I know there was one that got decapitated. That he had. I mean, he kills everybody he sleeps with. I mean, that's a given. By the way, when the hell is the next season of Uhtred and Bed and Breakfast coming out? Oh, God damn it! Is it because of the COVID they're delaying the production on Uhtred?
They filmed it in Hungary.
Oh my God!
So I don't know.
Is that where they're filming it?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I don't know if I can take another year. I mean, it was supposed to have been out last December. Come on, we need more Uhtred. One of the greatest shows on TV.
Yeah.
Anyways, what do you think about the song? And let's break it down between the sound of the track and then the vocals, because I really feel like we need to break down those two things separately. So what did you think about sound-wise?
Oh, I was going to say, can we start with the vocals?
Oh, vocals, go ahead.
I really wanted to talk about those parts where she gives you those demonic, graspy vocals, and it was like sprinkled through. They weren't overused.
Also, the same thing with some backing vocals.
Yeah, I really, really liked them, because they were something to change up the song, and then right after it was going to the high, so you could have the yin and the yang right at the same time. You having those harsh and deep vocals go straight to the high notes.
I agree with you. I think Laura's voice on the singles so far that have been released for this album, I feel like she's a little bit, maybe it's just my perception, but this is her second album with the band, right? So I feel like she's a little bit more comfortable, and she's able to try different things. And not necessarily, perhaps, and I'm not saying she wasn't comfortable before, but regardless of how comfortable you are, I think there's always this inner feeling of trying to prove yourself when you come into a band and show that you belong there, right? And then when you've been there for a while and you get to know each other, there's a sense of comfort, and I think that sense of comfort perhaps is bringing the best out of her, which is allowing her to not put as many boundaries on herself or feel more controlled. I feel like she's a little bit more wild, and that's a good thing. Like, she goes a little bit all over the place. On this song, she used her voice almost to create the character, because in certain parts of the track, she sounded like a witch. Like she had that, like you said, that raspiness to it, that crackling almost to it, that really added a different layer, a different dimension to the song. She kind of brought the character that she's singing about to life with her voice. And I also felt they did that with the backing vocals, creating a little bit of the chants, a little bit of atmosphere to the song, give it a little bit of reality, bringing, like I said, bringing the lyrics and the character of the lyrics to life just by the way they used not only her vocals, but then the backing vocals. I really liked it. It was not like a one-size-fits-all. Like, the way the song starts,
no.
It stays the same way all the way through.
You get a lot of change, which, I mean, I'm happy with the change. I was really surprised and very happy with those harsh vocals, and I was also very happy that there was the right as she went into the cleaner vocals right after, you could still hear an echo of those harsh vocals in the background.
Yeah, the adding of those harsh vocals, because it was sporadic. Once again, I felt like it really brought the character to life. It gave a different,
but also didn't feel like they overused it.
No, it wasn't overused. It was just really sprinkled. I think maybe twice or three times that they came on. But once again, I thought the vocals on this track, in terms of what she did with her range, and then the use of backing vocals and all of that, when you put all of those pieces together, it helped tell the story that they're telling you. It helped the character come to life. When you're listening to it, if you're listening to it without the video, it really helps you navigate through the song and feel the different emotions, the ups and downs of the track. I enjoy that. I think it's really interesting, and it works really well for a song like this. Then musically, what do you have to say?
I mean, musically, they never disappoint musically. They never disappoint me musically. I love the pace of the song, especially with the video of the sword fighting, especially in that part. There was very fast paced for the fast paced sword fighting, and then kind of went slow motion for the slower parts. They went really well together, both the song and the video.
Two things I want to take away from this track. One is the drums. I love the sound of the drums on this song. It's not overly heavy, but there's some times when they come in and they give you a little bit of an extra kick, and I feel like that's important as well, because once again, you don't want to have a one size fits all. Like the way the song starts, sound wise,
You always want to switch it up.
you want to create ebbs and flows, because otherwise the song feels very linear. It feels like it's like flat lines.
It's just the song is 6 minutes. You always want to. You kind of want to keep a.
You want to create a story.
Yeah, and you also want to keep the person listening entertained.
Yeah, and you want to keep me moving along with it. If the first half of the song sounds exactly like the second half of the song, yeah, you may listen to the track once, but you're not going to go back to it because there's nothing else for you to discover there. What you saw is what you got, then you walk away. Like it's just it doesn't create playability. But when you have a track like this, like I said, I really enjoyed the sound overall. I really liked the sound of the drums. They felt like they had life, they had depth. Like they made the song expand a little bit. They created substance, if you will. And every so often, they would come in a little bit heavier with a little bit more power, and then they would go back to their normal. But just those little bits it just added something and made the song feel like it had some jolts. It had some energy. On the guitar side, I love the sound, the riff, the whole song, the melody that the song has. The riff is just, it's really contagious. It has this, not a hymn vibe to it overall, but it has a little bit of a storytelling. Like when I think of storytelling, the way the song sounded, that guitar sound has a little bit of that storytelling aspect to it that plays really well into the lyrics of the song and how the song is put together. The solo stretch is just, I mean, magnificent. Really, like a solo that kind of gives the song a little bit of a flourish. It doesn't break the track. It's not like the track is going in one direction and then the solo is going in the opposite direction. No, it's a solo that adds some melody, that adds some how can I say this? It adds some atmosphere to the way the track is put together all around. I really enjoy the solo because it kind of allows you to pause within the track to kind of gather your thoughts for a little bit and then re-engage yourself with what comes next. But at the same time, when you pause, it doesn't let you walk away from it because the solo is really well put together.
Yeah,
So you're kind of concentrating on it.
And it still has a moving forward.
It's still moving forward.
Yeah.
Still going with the track. So I really like this band. I really like what they do. They have a very interesting way of constructing tracks and adding these elements here and there of the song so that the tracks are not... what I mean by linear is I'm not a huge fan of songs that start one way, have a formula, repeat themselves, and it's pretty much the same all the way through. I like to see some ebbs and flows, some changes here and there. Even if you have a pattern and that pattern repeats, the fact that you're giving me different looks within each piece of that pattern makes me almost forget that there is a pattern. So because there's a lot of things for my brain to kind of concentrate on, and I always feel like they deliver songs of that nature, and songs that really tell a story or help tell the story of the lyrics. Musically, you start to feel like the sound is the soundtrack or the score, the movie score, and then the way the vocals come in is almost like the narrator telling the story. So
especially with
combination of the two.
Especially with the videos, like the music videos themselves.
Yeah, they always find a way of making the video part of the whole big picture, you know. But I think they're one of those bands that their songs stand on their own. To be honest with you, lyric video, music video, no video at all.
I do really enjoy the music videos though.
They're very creative with their music videos. That 100%. I like some, like the book burning thing. Like that was really cool.
That was super cool when it was burning and she closed it and it just stopped.
Yeah, that was really cool. The scenery that they used, the makeup, the outfit, everything like really well done. Like I said, they really know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Not just musically, but in terms of, because at the end of the day, modern music is all about the package that surrounds the music. Because there's so much out there for you to consume. There's so much out there for you to listen to. There has to be something that brings you to the band. And sometimes quality is not enough. So in their case,
unique about you.
Yeah, and I feel with them they bring that witch aspect to it in terms not just almost more as a storytelling aspect into the lyrics, and then they construct songs that help tell that story, or they find the lyrics that match the story that the song is being built for. Whatever comes first, chicken or egg. But I just really enjoy listening to Burning Witches.
Yeah.
It never gets old. Honestly, it never gets old. I really enjoy listening to them. All right, guys. On that note, this is it for today. But come back tomorrow. We'll have more videos for you. See you guys.
See ya.